First, good evening, sir. I'm Preeti, a research scholar in DCSC department, Maharishi Dayal University, Rohtak. My paper title is Evolving Strategy in Anti-Phishing and In-Depth Analysis of Detection Techniques and Future Research Direction. Thank you for giving this nice opportunity to present my paper for this journals also. First, I'm talking about the phishing attacks because in my review paper, I was analyzed various anti-phishing techniques. And the anti-phishing technique is used to resolve to detect some kinds of attack, and the attack is phishing attack. So before I want to continue with my paper, first I want to tell you what is the meaning of the phishing attack. Phishing attack is for significant digital threats to individuals and organizations globally. We can say in simple words that phishing attack is attacker make a fake website which look like a legitimate website. It will send some mail to the users. Users check the inbox and click on that particular link. You can assume that link come from the legitimate site and feed that personal information, and that personal information used by the attacker for all malicious purpose. So that is the biggest problem for each and every user which use the internet. To resolve this problem, many technique is there, but which technique is good? If I want to propose the model, I need to prefer this technique. So in this review paper, I was analyzed five key anti-phishing techniques and analyzed based on the limitations, based on the accuracy, and based on the other factors. And finally can conclude so which technique is good in today can be used in real life application to develop a post the model that can be implemented in real life and can to solve the problems. So I'm talking about the purpose of this paper, examining evolving anti-phishing strategy and access five key detection techniques. First, the technique is that is the based on URL blank list. The second technique that is based on visual similarity and detection. The third technique that is based on heuristic method. The fourth technique that depend upon machine learning models. And the fifth and last technique that is based on the deep learning models. In this review papers, I am analyzing these anti-phishing techniques based on the various factors. If I'm talking about the key findings, I was analyzed 51 research paper, review papers, and 15 also out of them. And based on this is the findings based on the various anti-phishing techniques. If I'm talking about the blank list based techniques, getting the highest accuracy that is a 99%. But so what is the limitation is there, but struggles with the DNS topics. If I'm talking about the other technique, that is a based on the heuristic method and getting the highest accuracy, that is a 97%. But limitation against sophisticated access. Talking about the third technique, that is the based on the visual similarity and getting the highest accuracy, that is 98.74%. But the challenges with highly dissimilarity sites. If I'm talking about the machine learning, getting the highest accuracy, that is 99.93%. And issues with feature dependencies. If talking about the deep learning technique, also getting the highest accuracy, that is a 99.67%. And challenges in real-time applications and generalizability, highlighting the need of improved adaptability and database integrations. If I'm talking about the result interpretations, that is a visual representation that already I'm discussed, getting the highest accuracy based on the various technique also, and which we can assume, we can see here the machine learning accuracy that is a 99.93% to propose the model to detect the phishing attack. In talking about the machine learning, the accuracy is 99.67%. And further discussion can assume that further discussion can finding is there. Deep learning technique is good as compared to the machine learning. Because accuracy is not a single factor based on that I'm not able to say based on my research area and based on the study that paper I was analyzed and can conclude that based on the accuracy that is not able to identify that particular technique is good or not. The other factor is also there. Based we can analyze which technique is good and we can propose the model in such a way that can implement real-time scenarios. If I'm talking about the address limitation, each technique have some limitations also there. The first challenges faced by the techniques are talking about the blacklist based technique relies on outdated list, struggle with new phishing threats. If I'm talking about the second technique that is based on the heuristic, the limitation is the limited adaptability against sophisticated attacks. If I'm talking about the limitation of third anti-phishing techniques, that is the name of visual similarity, and the limitation is there, name is advanced design, ineffective in real time. If I'm talking about the machine learning and deep learning also, that is a database bias. The reason is that many model is there, but the completely model based on the secondary data sources. So that is the main limitation is there. Because talking about the machine learning and deep learning completely based on the data set that used to train the models. If data set is not good, then we can't say the model is good. And also in real-time application challenges also. If I'm talking about the accuracy of machine learning is higher as compared to other research people talking about the deep learning also. But why I'm preferring deep learning in my review papers, why I'm finding is there deep learning is a good technique if I will propose the model. Also, we can say deep learning have some limitation, but in such a way that propose the model that can add other hybrid tools to make to propose the model in such a way that also give the highest accuracy, but it will be robust and can be implemented in real-time scenarios. So the deep learning is preferred for the phishing detection because these are the reason. That is the key findings that analyze that that I am finding based on analyze 15 review or research paper based on 5 anti-phishing technique also. The first reason is that automatic learnings. The second reason is that catch complex attack. The third reason is adapts to new threat. Fourth one is handles all type of data. And fifth one is process large data. Deep learning can analyze hug amount of data quickly as compared to machine learning, making it effective at detection with space phishing attacks. In short, we can say deep learning is flexible, powerful, and can detect both known and new type of phishing attacks. Because in deep learning, the model is there in such a way that to propose the model just not based on the text, to propose the model based on the images, based on the text of the website, based on the URL, based to consider other features over that particular website, and to propose the model in such a way that it can be identified any website based on the various features and can say that particular website is phishing or not. If I'm talking about the future research direction, um, based on the findings in my review papers, I was finding and concluded that a deep learning in which scene and model is good to propose a model to solve this problem. But in deep learning also needs some kind of enhancement. The enhancement is there. First enhancement, enhance deep learning techniques with additional features. Second, investigate hybrid models, combining deep learning with other models. Third one is focus on optimized computational resources for real-time processing. And last one is there, explore and transfer learnings and over hybrid models for improving accuracy. If I'm talking about the conclusion, the findings and the main findings also there, that are findings that I'm concludes based on doing research, based on analyze various research papers. The conclusion is there in reviewing the literatures on anti-phishing techniques. It becomes evident that deep learning methods, particularly convolution neural networks, offer the highest detection accuracy, reaching up to 99.67%. They surpass the effectiveness of other techniques, including machine learning approach that achieve up to 99.93% accuracy. Heuristic method based also. The simplicity of deep learning models in accuracy identify phishing attempt to highlights their robustness and effectiveness in minimize detection error. To address the evolving nature of the phishing attack, it is crucial for future research to focus on optimize these advanced models for real-time application and to explore their potential integrations with other detection strategies. Enhancing these techniques and their adaptability will be essential in stringent defense against increasingly sophisticated phishing threats. The final conclusion and findings is also there and was analyze 5 anti-phishing techniques to resolve the problem of phishing attacks. And these anti-phishing techniques also getting highest accuracy, but due to the some limitations also there, based on that can conclude deep learning technique is good. And I'm not saying the machine learning technique is not good. Each technique has some advantages, also have some kind of disadvantages. But today we need such type of application that can be implemented in real-time scenario. Can we identify each and every kind of changes in websites and can identify any type of websites that can be detect that is a phishing or not. So day by day, the technique is increased. Attacker make different type of websites. So need to some type, we can say most powerful anti-phishing techniques that can identify any website based on each and every features. We need to train the model, not just based on the URL. Also train the model based on the features of the URL, based on the text that particular appears on particular websites. Also coding is there, which kind of coding is used to design that particular website also. Other, and we can also consider other factors also there. Based on these factors, not consider only secondary data sources, also consider multi-dimensional data set. To train the model, and the model can easily identify that particular website is phishing or not. Machine learning technique is also good. We can use machine learning techniques to resolve various kind of problems, and the wide applications also there. But deep learning have some advanced features is there. Can use variety of the database to train the model, not just considering only the text informations, only considering the image of that particular website also. We need to consider each and every factors to design the models. And that particular models can identify based on the text, based on the features of the URL, based on the image of that particular website, apart from them, the internal coding that used to design the model. To considering each and every factors, and that can be analyzed that particular website is phishing or not. So need to some type of anti-phishing techniques that can handle also large amount of data, also various type of data also. So based on the 50 research papers, review paper, based on to analyze, I was analyzed to findings best anti-phishing techniques. So based on the conclusions, can see deep learning technique is appropriate and good. And apart from the deep learning, convolution neural network give the highest accuracy. So not say that convolution network is the last one model to solve these problems. Need some kind of enhancement also. So can in further futures can use other more powerful tools and methods and some kind of enhancement is there with deep learning model getting the highest accuracy and design application is such a way that that can be implemented in real time scenario. And each and every user that use the internet with the free of minds and can use any kind of website and save computers and yourself, your information on the internet and your computer also. Thank you. Thank you so much to giving this nice opportunity. I'm really thankful to. Uh, Thank you so much.